making a plan to get yourself a mining job in the next 8 weeks. Hi, it's Andrew here from Underground Training, and I've trained and supervised hundreds of people in these entry-level roles for these hard rock underground jobs, and this is how I would help you get a hard rock underground job in the next 8 weeks. So first off, you need to identify the area of the industries that are looking for people. That's all the hard rock underground gold and copper mines around the country. So you can see all the mines on our mining map of Australia. It's got all the gold and copper mines loaded up around the country that are actively mining and looking for people, and as you can see, there are lots. So now that we've established that it's the gold and copper mines that you're looking for your job, the underground mines, what we need to do is you need to learn as much about the job as you can. And you can do that using our Intro to Underground Mining course, our DIY. So I've logged into my account on our website as the mining coach, and when you sign up for it, this is where you hit on your landing page, and you'll have your name there, and you just scroll down and you hit basic mine site operation, and it starts the training. It opens it up, and then you come down here, and I've already completed the course, so I can open up any section, but when you start, you have to open up the first one and go to the introduction and work your way through. But because we've done that already, or because I've done that already, I can go back and I can start on any page that I want. So we're going to go into module 2, and we're going to have a look at the ground support, just to give you a bit of an idea of what you're learning in the training. This is the page on ground support, and it shows you what a bolt is, a split set bolt and a plate is, or a rock bolt as it's often known, how the jumbo installs the bolts, the bolting pattern, mesh, straps, shotcrete, how the nipper has to put a bolt on the end of the jumbo, so it shows you all that, chemical bolts, cable bolts. This is all the knowledge that the employers want. When they ask for experience in the ads, this is what they're asking for. This is what you've got to know. And the more you know about this, the easier that you can talk to the employer about all this, the easier it is to get a job. So once you go through the training, it'll take you 3 days to go through the training. There's a lot of information in here. As you can see, this first course has got a number of different modules in it. And then if we go back, you can see some of the other courses have got a lot of different modules in them as well. So the nipper course, it goes down to the nipper duty. So it goes through all the nipper duties here, everything that you could possibly have to do. Watering down, so watering down a heading, watering down a stope. So you're learning what a heading and what a stope is. These are all terms that they need you to know so they can throw you in the deep end. Because when you learn it all, they can get you up to speed in weeks instead of months, which it normally takes when somebody goes in green. So next, after you learn all this, we're going to do your resume. So if you come over to the new starters column and you go all the way down to mining resumes before and after, this is also contained in the back of the training here. So if we go back to this section here, you'll see Australian Mining Seminar. If you open that up and you go all the way down to the bottom here, mining friendly resume. So all the instructions on how to make a mining friendly resume yourself to produce one of these resumes is in here. So if we jump over to this page and we have a look at Joe Boggs after, this is what you should be producing. So it's got a clear objective at the top. You've done the training to get a nipper's job, a truck job, an Aggie job, service crew, that sort of stuff. You've learned how it all works. You've got the training down here on your resume, and it lists how a hard rock underground mine works: scaling, watering down, basic service crew work, general mining information, operating a truck, driving up and down a decline, getting a load, IT operations and attachments used. All this stuff, it all triggers the tracking system. So when you apply to these jobs, this blurb here is going to trigger everything. And the other thing that it does is, I'm yet to meet a foreman that sees this on the front page of the resume that doesn't want to talk to somebody, because it only takes 5 minutes to work out whether you've studied or not. And if you've studied, it becomes an easy win for them because they can use them straight away. So where are all the jobs? Well, all you have to do is type underground into Seek and you'll see all these jobs come up. Now, all these jobs, or the majority of these jobs, are asking for experience underground with the nipper and the truck job. But the reality of the situation is that they don't have anybody. Anybody that's got 12 months truck driving or nippering experience, they want a service crew or pace crew job because it pays 30 to 40 grand more than the nipper and the truck job does. And it's a natural progression up the ladder. So if we come down here to this job down here, that's in New South Wales at the moment, and it's a good example of how they frame the job ad. So it's this job here in New South Wales in Cobar, and it comes down here, and to be successful in this role, experience underground mining or similar vehicle operations, experience in an underground truck, an MT65 is desirable but not essential. They know that they're not going to get any experienced people for these truck driving roles. So they're looking for the next best thing. And the next best thing is somebody that's done the training that they can drop in the deep end. If you've done the training, it means that they can get you up to speed in a couple of weeks instead of a couple of months, and the failure rate goes from over 50% down to less than 10%. And that's the hook for the employers. You can sign up for the training online. You just go into the shop here. They take Afterpay and Zip and PayPal. The DIY package is $495. That's where I suggest everybody starts, and make sure that mining's going to be for you, because we get a lot of people that do the training. When they work out what exactly is involved in these jobs, they don't want to do it anymore. It's like any other job that they're paying you $100,000 a year as an entry-level person. They want their pound of flesh. These are performance-based jobs. If you don't perform and you don't pick it up quick enough, you're not going to stay and you're not going to last in the job. They go through a lot of people. If you start watching these job ads for any length of time, you'll see it's the same companies looking for the same people over and over again. You can type underground into Seek to see all the jobs come up, but like I said, if you watch it for any length of time, you'll see it's the same companies over and over again, looking for the same positions, looking for people to fill the roles, because they're just motoring through people because they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So the easiest way to get yourself a job is to learn how it all works using the DIY Intro to Underground Mining course, and show the employers that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Because at this time of the year, snatch it season, there's a lot of movement. So a lot of people, especially in the gold and copper mines around the country where there's jobs everywhere, if they can't get Christmas off, they're all looking at snatching it at about this time right now, and they'll be looking for a job second week of January. And this happens a lot when there's a lot of jobs around. And you only have to go on to Seek and type it all in to see all the, there's 1,800 jobs out there, or 1,700 jobs out there, and they just are desperate for people all over the country. So if you're trying to get into the industry, check out the training, do the training, make the changes to your resume, put something on there that's actually going to get read, and it's going to see you talking to the actual foreman, and it's going to help you actually get the job. So if you're trying to get into the industry, check out the training at undergroundtraining.com.au, or if you want to talk to somebody that knows how the industry works, the phone number's at the end of the video.